Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2, otherwise known as the 2nd of December. But we're continuing on. I'm on a streak. This is my second one. But we're getting there. I'm going to jump into this first one, or the first proper one, because obviously yesterday was the kind of welcome to the idea of what this is going to be. So this is kind of jumping straight into it. I thought we could kind of start at the beginning for the channel in a way. The subject for this one is why I make cover songs, and that's a kind of generalized thing, like basically why do I do what I do for this channel, because I was going to do it as why do I upload, but that could stretch back further to give a bit more of kind of origin of what I've done on YouTube. Initially I started in 2012, I think it was, with another channel called Games, where I did gameplay content, and I did that for something like 4.5, maybe 5 years, something like that. And then I switched over to Jack Muskrat because I wanted to do a complete fresh start, but I still did gameplay content. And it was only last year, if anyone's been here since the beginning or has looked back at the videos that are currently available on this channel, we'll see that I think it was April, May, April? One of those months. Anyway, it was last year. It's been about a year and a half now when I changed track and started going down the music route. Before that, I'd actually stopped uploading to the channel, I think it was like 6 months prior, and I tried giving a go at live streaming, but life basically got in the way that it became a regular occurrence that every time I tried to live stream, my daughter would have like nightmares, or there'd be something up with her or whatever else, and that's a completely different story for this one. So I started uploading music. The reason for this, or where this kind of started from, I've always been a lover of music. My family in general have always been lovers of music, especially me and my brother. And in the history of our lives, we started off with like hypothetically creating bands when none of us could actually play, and then as we got older, we actually started dabbling in like making little songs or remixes and things like that. But it seemed to be over time that whilst I did chase down music and sound in general for higher education, something that these are things that I'll touch on with some other subjects that I'm going to bring up in other vlogs for this month. But during going down those routes, I kind of stepped away from music a bit. I don't really know why, it just seemed to be a gradual thing that I stopped doing it so much. And from that, after doing my masters, I ended up being a sound designer for video games. Again, something I'm going to touch on in another video. It wasn't until I decided to stop giving live streaming a go, because at the time it just wasn't working out with life, that I had comparatively loads of time on my hands, because I wasn't trying to make videos, I wasn't trying to live stream. And so I picked up my guitar again. This being something that I hadn't touched much in years. I'd pick it up and like have a little noodle now and again, but I really didn't play that much. So I started picking up my guitar again, and I just fell in love with playing. And I do really enjoy creating content for YouTube. So to be honest, the biggest influence in me starting to do cover songs as the main thing that I do for this channel, at least at the moment, is Frog Leap Studios. Leo over at Frog Leap Studios, if you don't know him by name, you'll definitely know at least one of his songs or his covers, because he is kind of the guy for doing metal covers on YouTube, and he's fantastic at what he does. And I've been a fan of his for a long time, and it was just watching one of his videos when he just uploaded it that kind of struck me like, well, I could always do some cover songs, but obviously I didn't want to like try and rip someone else off by going, right, well, I like what they're doing, I'll just do what they're doing. And plus, I don't consider myself to be a metal player. I love metal, and I love rock and metal are like the two kind of big genres that I listen to. I consider myself to be more of a rock, maybe sometimes punk rock kind of musician in myself. So I didn't think I could pull off doing metal covers if I wanted to. Not as a main thing. I've done a couple of things that I've called metal covers. That's probably the closest I would probably do with my own style. But I like the idea of taking a song and changing it a bit. So again, if you have like a rock song, they're changing it to an acoustic song, which is kind of the staple of what a lot of people do with cover songs, is they'll do an acoustic version, but still just like taking it and changing it over. So like I've done taking pop songs where they're current or 80s and all that, and then making a rock version of it, or a punk rock version. Probably one of the greatest examples I've done of this would be Enya's Orinoco Flow, and making a punk rock version of that. But I really like that idea, and one of the things that kind of cemented this idea in my head is that I have for years, and I've mentioned this in passing loads of times already, but over the years I've come up with so many song ideas, and there's very few of them I've ever actually completed. So the thought was that I could do these cover songs and use it as like a starting point to get my creativity going again. So the initial plan was to start doing a few cover songs, and then at the same time work on my original songs. And it just happens to be that I think I mentioned this in the welcome video, that I am one who kind of sets deadlines for myself. And so I initially went, right, well, I'm going to do a song every 2 weeks. And then like, actually, I'm going to do a song every week. And basically it just took up all my free time, which isn't anybody's fault apart from my own, because I'm pushing myself to hit imaginary deadlines. So it just ended up being that I'd take all my time to do the cover songs and the videos. I didn't mention that, also the videos. So I didn't have the time available to do the original stuff. And this is exactly why for the Halloween EP I took a month off. Rather than trying to do it as well as the cover songs, I thought I'll just stop the cover songs and only focus on doing some original music. And it just became the thing. But I also don't want this channel to be only about cover songs, which is why I was quite happy to explore this whole Vlogmas idea. It's something a bit different. But you'll also find that I've done videos on, I've done at least one video on like gear review and showing off some of my stuff. And there's more things I like. I've done list videos and things like that. And that kind of thing I still really want to do. Like I say, I generally just really like creating content to put up to YouTube. And kind of, like I say, the whole premise of this vlog being why I make cover songs, that's a kind of specific generalization, if that makes sense, of doing why do I create content for this. And there's the backstory of why I've gone for cover songs. The reason why I create videos at all has always been, I generally just like the idea of possibly entertaining somebody. One of the main ones being that I like the idea that maybe someone finds my content and it makes them smile or it makes them laugh, especially if you're having a particularly bad day or you're having trouble with mental health issues or something else. That slight chance that I might make someone laugh or forget their troubles or something for a little bit is one of the main reasons why I do it. That kind of hand in hand with the general thing of I just enjoy making music or doing something musically. Same as I enjoy video games, which is why I did video game content for so long. But yeah, that is why I do cover songs and why I've continued to do cover songs. There has been the thought that because I mostly, if not only, do cover song videos, there has been the thought of going, right, I'm going to stop doing that altogether, again, like I did for Halloween, and I'm only going to do original music so I can actually get that stuff out of me. But I really enjoyed taking the song and putting myself into it, whether for better or worse. That's completely up to the listener, but it's just something that I enjoy. I think I've more than covered the subject for today. This will be the danger of doing these vlog videos, is there are times where I can ramble and go off on a bit of a tangent, so I've probably given more than I was meant to, or was originally planning for this video, but hopefully it's of interest to you guys and it answers a few questions. If it doesn't, then do please let me know if there's anything that I've kind of quickly gone over or that you thought that I might cover and would be interested in hearing more about. Let me know about it, because I'll then either answer it in the comments or consider it for another one of these vlogs during this month, or maybe for something else in the future. Either way, an answer may be found, so do please let me know. Hopefully you found it of some kind of interest. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.